Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the Halloween look that I plan on doing. Me and Travis are going to be vampires. So I know I want a dark lip and somewhat of a dark eye, like a smoky eye is what I'm thinking. Kind of like a vampy / grunge look. So yeah, let's just get to it. Okay, bangs are up, eyelids are primed, and we're just going to kind of jump into it. This is gonna be more of like a, I guess, like kind of trial and error thing. I'm hoping it goes good, but I'm just kind of playing around with makeup right now. Like I said, I don't know exactly what my plans are for my eyeshadow and everything like that. So yeah, I guess here we go. So I think I'm gonna go into this Dare to Create palette by Morphe. It's old. I'm gonna get, I just want to add like a little bit of a transition color right now. Start light, go darker. So I think I'm just gonna grab this color right here. They're not, they don't have names on them, so can't really tell you what the name of it is. You know, actually I changed my mind. I think we're going to the one next to it right here. See that one right there? Okay. So I'm just gonna take my fluffy brush, my Morphe M504, dip into that a little bit, and I'm just gonna take it, make sure you guys can see, right above my crease, I guess, kind of all over. I just want whatever dark colors I add to have a nice blend, so I think it's best I add this color first. And just bringing that out like this. And I think I'm gonna try to keep like this part and like the half of my lid, the inner half of my eyelid, and the what is that even called? This part right here. That part. I'm gonna try to keep those parts on the lighter side. So I'm gonna try to keep as much color away from those parts for now as possible. So after we get that color put it on both eyes, I want to go into, I'm going to use the same palette, probably almost for the whole eye look. I'm going to go into this color right here. It's a little bit darker of a brown. I'm going to take a little bit of a smaller fluffy brush. This is the Morphe M505. And I'm just going to apply that a little bit. Like I won't go as high as I did with the other color. So that brown isn't like the exact color I want, so I'm going to go in with this brown right here. I'm just going to use that same brush that I was already using. And I'm mostly just applying it to the crease. I think I'm going to take a little bit on the inside or on the outer part of my eyelid. Just a little bit. We're just slowly darkening it up. You can always darken, but you can't really take dark away unless you want to start all the way over. I'm just going to take that fluffy brush I used at the beginning, and I don't like this harsh line that's right here, so I'm just blending it out a bit. And then just back in with that color. Okay, so now I'm going to go with this darker color right here, and I'm just going to take a smaller blending brush. This is a Morphe brush, but it doesn't have a number on it. It's just a little small fluffy brush. And I'm just going to focus that a little bit closer. And after I get that darker brown blended, I'm going to take this black that I have used way too much, that is almost gone. And I'm going to take this small packing brush. It doesn't have a number, but it is a Sonia Kashuk brush. And I'm going to take this black and I'm just going to focus it right on the outer corner and then just bring it barely up into the crease. And then I'll kind of dab it outwards a little bit. I am going to blend that, but I'm just going to do the same to the other side real quick. When working with black, you always want to start like light amounts, because that crap is hard to blend out and get rid of. Like, you can't really take away black. Okay, so I'm just going to take this Morphe M513 brush, and before I dip it in the black, I'm going to blend this out. After I get that blended out, I'm going to just take that same blending brush and dip it lightly into the black and just kind of dab it, bring it outwards like this, and then in a bit. After I get that black blended out, I'm just going to take that same brush that I used for the darker brown color and just go back in and blend it a little bit more with that black. We'll go into this Jaclyn Hill Dark Magic palette, and up in the corner there's this color called Poof. It's like an off-white color, and I'm just going to put that all over the lid right here. Just to kind of blend it, and then also right here in the inner corner. I wasn't sure if I was going to do eyeliner or not, but I think I am. I'm going to do a wing liner. And so what I like to do when I'm doing a winged liner, I like to kind of like, I guess, make like carve out like a template, I guess, for it. And so what I like to do is just take on a cotton pad some makeup remover and just kind of clean up where I'm going to have my wing come out at. And this just kind of like adds some guidance when it comes to doing my liner. So for my liner, I'm going to use this big fat liner pen. It's a Kohl marker pen, and this brand is called Rockins. And so what I'm going to do is start right out here. Just follow that line that I made and make my first line. Then I'm going to take, I'm not going to start at the tip, I'm going to start like maybe just like a few little spaces down and pull it till it hits my eyelid. Okay, so once we get to the eyelid part, I'm not going to focus on making the outer wing too perfect, and you'll see why in a second. But I like, for my eye shape, it's flattering to start thick and then go thin once you hit the inner corner. So that's what I'm going to do. Get that liner kind of, you know, all the way into the inner corner. The reason why I don't stress about like making this perfect, the wing, is I just take a little bit of that makeup remover and just clean up my wing. I don't add anything else to my face. The main thing you just gotta remember with, if you're gonna use the makeup remover technique, is make sure there's no leftover residue when you are moving on to like your foundation or whatever, because you don't want it to mess up your foundation. So after my liner, I'm gonna move on to foundation. My face is already primed, so I'm just gonna jump right into applying that. So after I get my foundation on, I'm just gonna go ahead and do my concealer. The concealer I'm using is a 16-hour camo concealer by e.l.f. Just this little guy right here. It works really well. I like this one. This is more of like a matte finish, and then I also like the hydrating one. I just literally just ran out of the hydrating one, which is why I'm not using it. My chin and my forehead. Oof, that was a lot. After that's all blended in, I'm going to take my powder, my Too Faced translucent setting powder, and I'm going to take my beauty blender that I use for powder. I'm just going to apply that right under my eyes. I just want to make sure there's no creases. Blend it out one more time. I just like to set like parts of my face that crease pretty badly throughout the day. And so that's like my chin, my laugh lines, obviously under my eye, and then just a little bit on my forehead. I'm going to go back into that palette that we were using before, and I am just going to take some sort of fluffy brush, and I'm going to take the lightest color that I use for the transition color, and I'll apply that one first. And this is just going to kind of be our base. After we have that color laid down on the lower lash line, I'm going to take a smaller brush, and this is a Morphe M506 brush. And I'm going to go into this dark brown right here. And I'm just going to focus this color more like closer to the lash line, waterline, whatever you want to call it. And I'm not going to take it all the way to the inner corner, just maybe like just where my eye, my pupil, just right where my pupil ends. So if it were to begin here, it ends here, that's where I'm going to stop it. And then same for the other eye. Okay, and after that's laid on, I'm not sure why I prefer to do my eyeliner this way on the bottom lash line, but I just think it looks better if I can find it. Okay, here we go. I'm going to take this NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Black Bean, which is black. I'm going to apply it to my lower lash line. And then after that's applied, I'm going to take a smudge brush, just like the small one here, and dip it into that black eyeshadow and just focus right on the outer corners. And I'm kind of going up to where that liner ends, and I'm using that as well to smudge in with that black eyeshadow. And you want to bring it in just a little, but you also want to keep it close to the waterline. And then maybe just to add a little extra softness, go back into that brush that we used for the dark brown color, get a little bit more, and just go right underneath the black. So you're just taking it like right here. Then we are going to bronze the face. We're just going to take a bronzing brush, and I think I'm going to stick between these two colors, this light one and this one. My makeup's pretty light right now. Even then, it still looks a little weird on my skin because I'm not tan. So I'm just going to dab that in. The forehead. I lightly do the sides of the nose. The blush I'm going to use is Milani, and this is the shade Romantic Rose. It's a very cool toned blush. And I'm just taking my blush up and out, blending it in with that bronzer. And I kind of dab this in as well. I don't like to swipe too much on my makeup. Just it tends to like take stuff off more than put on. Okay, I'm gonna take this powder. This is the Maybelline Superstay 16-hour powder foundation, and I'm just gonna dip into this and take it lightly on the center of my face, and then kind of blend in that forehead bronzer a bit. And I would like to take a light color on the inner corner of my eyes, and I'm not sure what color I want to use for that. So I go into this Jaclyn Hill palette right here. This is the Armed and Gorgeous palette, and I'm going to take this color right here, VIP. If you couldn't tell, I really like it. I'm just going to take that color and I'm just going to apply it to the inner corner of my eyelids. After that is applied, I want to go in with some highlight. This is Artist Couture Summer Haze highlight. I'm just going to get my highlighting brush. Apply it to my cheekbones, my nose, my cupid's bow, a little bit on my forehead, just above the eyebrows. I'm going to take that brush that I used for the inner corner of my eyelids, and I'm going to wipe it off, and I'm just going to go lightly into this highlight, and I'm going to take it right here on the brow bone. Okay, so I'm going to put on some mascara and some lashes, spray my face, and I'll be back to do the lipstick. Okay, so mascara and lashes are on. I also sprayed my face with some setting spray. And so I do want to do a dark lip, like a dark red color. So I found this in my stuff. It's by GC, and it's a lip pencil called Night Shift. It's just like a deep red color. Use this to line my lips. And I don't overline my lips, but I do, I guess it's technically overlining. I just go right outside the line. After my lips are lined, I'm going to take this lipstick. It's Ofra, and it's Long Lasting Liquid Lipstick Havana Nights. This is just a deep red as well. Okay guys, and that is the finished look. Normally I wouldn't go in with such a dark lip, but you know, it's Halloween, so I'm gonna change it up a little bit. I feel like it's very vampire-y vibes, very grunge. Definitely different than my norm, but I do really like it. I actually really like this red color. I don't think the eyes are too overdone. I think if I were gonna wear it on like a daily basis, like out somewhere, I definitely would have gone a little bit lighter on the eyes. But like I said, since I'm doing it and practicing for Halloween, I am very happy with the way it turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and feel free to like, share, subscribe, comment, anything like that. It's greatly appreciated. That is it for now, and I will see you next time.